my girls, my girls. Y'all make some noise in the loft. Come on, make a little noise, make a little noise. So listen, founded in 2007, this high energy, dynamic collective of beautiful women came together to blend their unique style of funk, jazz, R&B, rock, go-go, and take the world by storm. They have been nominated twice for DMV Awards and have been awarded, let's see, Best Up-and-Coming Band by Go-Go Coalition in 2009, Best Urban Contemporary Group by the Washington Area Music Association. That's the Whammies, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. You don't know, just ask somebody, in 2010. And if that's not enough, Best Duo Group by Whammy in 2011, 2012, and 2014. And Best Female Band or Duo in a Group by the Titan Awards. I can do this all day. In 2014, and it's just way too many to name. These women are wives, they're mothers, they're activists, they're business women, they're educators, they're artists, they're musicians, and they are here in the loft, ready to make you feel better. Make some noise for my girls, Bela Dona! When I say Bella, you say Donna. When I say Bella, you say Donna. When I say Bella, you say Donna. I got ladies in the place cracking up with the nightfall. I say Bella, you say Donna. When I say Bella, you say Donna. When I say Bella, you say Donna. I got ladies in the place cracking up with the nightfall. Yeah, let's go DC. Come on, hey. When the night falls, you might see me with my girls. All of us dressed up, trimmed and flawless. You might come, might not answer. So leave a message or not. Hey, we about to turn up, all the way up. Somebody say turn down for what? Ooh, we got to get high on the night line. Hey, you might see me with my girls. You might see me with my girls, yeah. Hey, you might see me with my girls. You might see me with my girls, yeah. Hey, you might see me with my girls. You might see me with my girls, y'all. Come on. Hey, you might see me with my girls. You might see me with my girls. Make you do the move your body, don't hurt nobody. We can't nobody move your body. Hey, y'all make the party. We can't the party. Come on. Move your body, don't hurt nobody. We can't nobody move your body. Don't hurt me. See y'all in the party. Listen, come on. All my ladies shoot the dance. Hey, all my ladies shoot the dance. All my ladies shoot the dance. All my ladies shoot the dance. Listen, she's on the Drake, she the Bonnie Drake. Yes, Beyonce fly from here to a restaurant. Bella blessed, ain't worried about the day. Cause I was gon' ride and I just got paid. I'm about to turn up. Plus I got my crew. I feel like Chuck Brown from the little baby too. We about to get the news to be really true. So grab the A with the eyes and the eyes. Cherie said she got some rock in it. Hey, but she knew it was. I feel the baby keep on rocking in it. Hey, I'm gonna give a fuck. Don't hurt nobody. Nobody do it. Bela Dona. And Stan and Chris. You got to throw it. I know Stan's like, y'all ain't tell me to bring my good with me. Y'all ain't tell me to bring my good with me. I know. Yeah, that's right. Welcome to the Loft, y'all. It's Feel Better Friday. We are live in the Loft with Bela Dona. I know you feel better already. I know you do. You have to. And Bela Dona. Let's stop. We gotta throw them in sometimes. We gotta throw them in. Listen, thank y'all so much for coming. I know it's a little hot again. They got the church fans. That's how we do. But listen, first of all, I'm just going to let the whole room. This is my girl, Karis. Come on. Hi, I'm Ashley B.
Yes.
Claudia Rogers. They call me Cool Keys.
Yes, they do.
I am Storm.
Woo, baby. Come on, Miss Karis. Say it again.
And I am Miss Karis.
Yes.
Sweet Cherie.
Yeah, baby. Come on.
Chanel on the drums.
Yes.
Baby. And that was Gizmo. He was playing too. Y'all already know he got to be in the mix. And shout out to the ladies who couldn't be here today, because I told you their wives, their mothers, they holding it down. What's up, Miss Boogie? We're going to let Chris sit in for you today. And who tell me who's missing today?
Kim Scott and Elena. I could talk.
Woo, that's a singing. Listen, that's a singing. When you reach heifer status, you got to reach heifer status to really get your sing on like that. Listen, I have known Cherie for a very long time. I'm gonna stand over here because this is usually my spot right here. I've known Cherie forever. We go back to way back. Where did we start? Jean Carr?
Jean and Republic Garden.
Cool. Good Lord, Shades. We go back that far. Wow, that was y'all Google it. Just Google it. We go back a long way. We had the pleasure of being in Chic together with Now Rogers, whose birthday was yesterday.
Virgo.
Shout out. And so I know, right? And when this airs, it'll be a week old, so you'll get it. But anyway, how you doing, Sweet Cherie?
Good.
Rocking your silverware earrings.
Yes, you know it.
Go on and model for the people. Go on and model. Shameless plug. Anyway, how you doing, my girl? I'm so glad y'all are here.
Girl, I'm so glad that we are finally here. Finally.
Yeah, you got to catch them. They gig everywhere. They are all over the place doing things. Now, I know how you got started, right? I know how you got started. Cherie's father is a musician, and she's been doing it all her life. Howard grad, all of that stuff. So what I want to know, that's right. I want to know from how did Bella come together?
Shannon, you want to take the mic real fast? Okay, y'all know I am.
Morning.
All right, morning evening.
Good morning.
Back in, I want to say 2009, I was sitting in with Cherie and Karis, Claudia, and we were doing gigs with other people. We just happened to come together to play for other artists, and we had been doing it a lot, and it was like, okay, look, I said, Cherie, we need to put this band together. I always wanted to start an all-female band. We're going to play some R&B, we're going to do this, that, and the third. And so, let's do it, And so, talking to Cherie, pulling her leg a couple times, she was like, I don't know. But we pulled it, we got it done. Talked to Karis. Karis, I got to talk about Karis because she was also instrumental in helping me, because I was young. They were popular folks, so.
You're still young.
Well, I was younger, you know what I'm saying? So they were more popular in the game, everybody knew them. So we came together and we formed Bella, and November 15, 2009 was our first show doing go-go. I think we opened up for Vibe Band back then.
Yes.
Was it?
Wow.
Yeah, so at, what's the name of that club?
It's off of
I always remember it.
Michigan
Today I can't remember, but
Michigan
anyway.
Avenue. It's off of Michigan Avenue.
Anyway, so that's how we started, and we're here.
Wow.
And so, and what is it like? Okay, now I've been in bands my whole life, usually the only girl, until Cherie came along, and we were able to do Chic together. But what is it like, really being a band of women? Who wants to answer that? What is it like to be a band of women? Cool Keys.
So I, like you, have been in many, many bands, Sylver, and most of the bands that I've been in, starting with Pleasure, all females. I've been in Rejuvenation, a gospel band, all females. Just a myriad of them, 6. And it can be confusion if you let it. It can be crazy if you let it.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, you have to understand that we're a team, we're a unit. Every person makes the whole team shine. So each person has her individual role that she plays, and it's very important, and one person should not try to outshine or be over the other. We gotta allow each other to be themselves and grow, and really it's a spiritual thing. It really is. Music is totally spiritual. So once you get to that point where you're like, it's not about me, it's about the unit, it's about the team, then you can go far. And this is the longest running female band ever. And in my opinion, the best one. The best.
That's good stuff, because, you know, people used to always say, you know, don't work with your family or don't work with a whole bunch of women. That's not necessarily true. I work directly with my family. My mother, my husband, you know, my new brethren. We starting to look alike too. You know, I'm bringing light skin back. We went out of style lately. You know what I'm saying? It's Feel Better Friday, y'all. That's just how we do. You know, that's how we do. We're cutting up. We're live in the loft with Bela Dona. So tell me, like, what is it like balancing your real life and then your rock star life? Because you all are mothers. I mean, you have 3 children. Like, you making school lunches and then, you know, wearing them out at the venues. So talk about it. Talk about being a mother and what it's like to be a rock star mom.
It's tough. I'm not gonna lie, it is tough. But I always feel that as women, we're built for this.
Come on,
you know,
now.
I always relate to all our African ancestor women who walk through the villages with the baskets on their head and the baby right here, and they walking through the sand and the, you know, and trying to get things done around the house while the fathers and the husbands, they're working.
Right.
So
Hunters and gatherers.
Yeah, it's our responsibility, it's our duty to take care of home. But at the same token, in this day and age, we can be fabulous too.
Yes.
And that's what we do. You know, it's a lot of girls in the band who are mothers. They work 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It is tough. We have to be on time for our shows. You're coming home from work. You have to get ready. You have your work attire. Then you have your show attire. You have to take it up a notch. And you also have to have that same energy, because when you're performing, the crowd, they don't care what you got going on. They don't care that you're in a car accident. They don't care that your baby just got sick.
Threw up all over the outfit as soon as she got dressed.
That has happened. Mommy, boo, I gotta change my clothes now. I'm gonna be late for my show. Nobody wants to hear that. So we still have to keep a happy face, and it's also our duty to make the audience feel good. You know, that's the reason why they come, is to listen and to have a good time. They pay their money to see us perform at our best, and we have to put that face on. But I tell you one thing, when it's over, heels are off.
Listen, I had to say thank you and good night from the car.
Right.
Don't get it twisted. The band is vamping. I'm like in the car, make some noise! I'll see y'all later. Follow me on Twitter. You know, whatever. But, so now what else are you good at? What are you good at that nobody would guess that you're good at? Like if you say crochet, I'm going to just fall out. Right, keep it clean. And she was like, well, you mean after 8 or 4-ish?
This is Feel Better Friday, so what makes you feel good?
I'm actually, I'm very good at math.
Really?
Yeah, I was got geometry and trig chick in high school. And
Get out of here.
I'm a GM. I manage retail and commercial and residential, but I'm very good at the accounting part.
Come on now.
I like it.
I know that's right. You just no.
And I'm a good cook too. I
Can you
cook
throw
a
down?
little. Yeah.
She do something. She do something.
You'll eat it.
See, I love that. I would have lost my house on that bet. Okay, I would have never ever picked that. And what about you, Storm? What are you good at that we don't know you good at?
Yeah, that's But I make the best banana pudding. Very, very good at making banana pudding because I enjoy eating it.
Y'all gonna have to come back and bring some of that. You know, Chris makes pound cakes, and we got him making pound cakes now. And you know what I'm saying? So now, okay, here's the fun part. Name 3 deal breakers and 3 must-haves. Anybody? 3 deal breakers and 3 must-haves. Let me know if you got one. What you got one? Whatever. Chocolate, strawberries,
men, whatever, shoes. Ooh.
What you got?
They already know the first one.
Snacks.
Snacks?
That's the first one.
What kind of snacks?
Cakes, cookies.
Really?
Yes. Brownies.
Really?
Chips.
Okay,
Every
snacks,
day.
so that's a
Every
must-have.
Yeah.
And what else?
Maybe a fruit here and there.
Maybe a fruit. Okay.
Cable.
Cable,
Okay.
snacks, cable, and what else? I love it.
Snacks, cable, and a piece of mind, y'all. I need a piece
There
of
we
mind.
go, there we go, there we go. I'll take it. And what about deal breakers? Anybody? I know y'all got some. Come on, spit them out, spit them out.
Deal breaker.
Come on.
Okay, I'll speak.
Okay.
Because I'm like, Cherie's like, I'm married, don't ask me.
One of my deal breakers, and this might sound real petty, but you gotta have nice teeth. You gotta take care of your teeth.
Amen.
Then it's a hygiene thing. You gotta smell good. And then the third one, you have to have a job and be passionate about your job. So you won't try to take me away from my job.
Little coin.
Come on.
That's it. That's it.
That's good.
That is really good.
No, I know I have a thing about, it's a thing, you know. I know, it's a thing, it's a thing. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. What you got?
Should not.
So it's the three things that I need, right? That I have to have.
Okay.
And then, what you say, three things that deal breaker, and then three things.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, must-haves.
I must have drums. I just have to.
I don't need no furniture, but I need some furniture.
Right. I must have seafood.
Okay.
I'm a cook, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, she
Chef
is.
Shannon, follow my YouTube channel. You know, Chef on the Shan.
That's right.
And man, I must have life. Like I must have that. Like as long as it's meant for me to have it, I want to have it. That's how I think about that.
I like that. Okay.
Deal breakers. If you can't accept it, I'm a musician.
Oh.
Deal breaker. If you got bad kids, deal breaker. I don't have that problem. I'm good. I'm just saying.
Hello.
And if I just don't like you,
Yeah, no, I tried, yes, it didn't work out. Well, at least you're honest about it. At least it's like, yeah, I thought I was gonna like you, but not so much. I love it. Listen, we are live in the loft. It is Feel Better Friday. Bela Dona is in the building, y'all. And I wish I could see all the questions now. I know I have some questions. That's gonna be a whole new segment for a show one day. Oh, ask this one if she, So now you all are, I know, working on a record, right?
Always.
Okay. All right. And that first song you heard, that is where can they get that? That's an original.
Yes, it is.
And cranking. Yeah. I'm just trying to tell you, is it on the radio yet? Y'all paying attention? Y'all anybody paying attention? What's going on? I'm just saying, listen, it's a thing to get go-go on radio. It really is. But that's all right, y'all, you messing up your own ratings if you ain't playing that. That is cranking. Y'all ready to do another song? All right, ladies and gentlemen, live in the loft on Feel Better Friday, it's Bela Dona. With Chris and Stan.
Second set.
You must send this out to DOC. Uptown, hey. You must like this song right here, ladies and gentlemen. On your town, once again, y'all. Give it up for Bela Dona. Woo! I can't. I'm still like, okay, they're really here. They're really here. Y'all, we're live in the Loft. It's Feel Better Friday with Bela Dona. They are in here just cranking the paint off the walls. And I might have to call my contractor. For real. It's like, even Gizmo, look, he's all upset. I'm just kidding. So look, I want to do this thing, right? We do something called Off the Dome. Y'all all right? You might need some water or something. I feel like I need to pass the plate or something. Y'all need it? Oh my God. So wait, okay. All right. So here's I'm gonna save some of that for the B-side banter. But this is a part of the show where we do something called Off the Dome, right? Where I ask some quick, silly questions and, you know, kind of a rapid fire thing. Now, I've never done it with this many people. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, right? So grab your mic. So I want you to do as quick answers as possible. So get near a mic if you got an answer, right? And we're gonna try this. Y'all ready? It's Feel Better Friday, y'all. We're live in the Loft with Bela Dona, about to get our Off the Dome on. Y'all ready? Okay. Here we go. Driving or Uber?
Driving.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs. Cats. Dogs.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Calling or texting?
Texting.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Aww. Travelers or homebodies?
Traveler.
Yeah. Homebody?
Homebody for real.
Yeah.
For real. Travel.
So let's go.
Like
I know Harris keeps a bag packed. I know how you do. Okay, network or Netflix?
Network.
I know, right?
Network.
You still want to watch real TV.
Yeah.
And everybody's, the youngest be like, I don't even have cable. Clutch my pearls. Anyway, action movie or animation?
Animation.
I like animation. Me too. Like Finding Nemo's my favorite movie. Don't y'all talk about me, I don't care. Yeah.
Since I've had kids, it's been animation, but I like action.
I like action too, really, for real. Okay, big crowds or intimate settings?
Big
crowds.
Really? Big.
But you play like you are at, look, I'm gonna go back, the Capitol Center, okay? You play like you were at a stadium, but you'd rather
I
be,
have to, but I would rather
say, be in, see, so it's good we're in the living room, because I keep a piano next to the bed. Anyway, winter, spring, summer, or fall?
Summer.
Yeah, summer. What do you, Karis?
Fall.
Fall, really?
I like it hot.
Okay, morning person or night person?
Night.
Okay. Cooking or ordering in?
Cooking.
All right. Neutral colors or bold colors?
Neutral.
Bold.
Yeah, a little bit of bold.
I'm wishy-washy.
Right?
Bold shoes. Bold shoes.
Bold shoes, yes.
I have bold and neutral on at the same time.
Right, bold and neutral.
Yeah.
I like colors.
Hell yeah.
I got to watch you. Colors.
I like colors.
You like colors?
Okay.
Okay. Vegetarian or meat eater?
Meat.
We
have the meat.
No.
Broccoli on the side.
Broccoli on the side. I love it. Okay. Here's the serious one right here. iPhone or Android? Android. Is she the cause of the green bubble? Joy. Are you a Joy girl?
No, Apple all day. Apple.
My heart is broken. What?
It's
an
Apple.
It is too much, but really?
Can't do it.
Okay, pickup truck or sports car?
Pickup truck.
Okay. Physical shopping or online shopping?
Online. Walking through the mall.
Okay, beach, ocean, mountain, or hiking?
Beach. Ocean.
Yes, me too. Dancing or working out?
Working out.
Working out. Yeah.
I was working out. Y'all didn't know?
That's a dancer.
So you be in the gym like that too, right? You should be like,
Now Claudia works out. Show them guns.
come on. All right, here's the fun one. Hairy or bald? I'm just kidding. You don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that. It's Feel Better Friday, y'all.
You already know.
I plead the fifth.
It all depends.
Right, it all depends. I can't let let y'all go yet, can we jam on something? Just a little something.
Sure.
Just an old classic, just a little, you know, y'all know I'm a honorary Bella girl, right? I every now and then when they get really bored and they have nothing else to do, they be like, okay, we'll let her sing. We just do a little bit. We just do a little bit of something. Y'all, it's Feel Better Friday. Make some noise in the love. And let's see. We're going to jam on a little something, and then we'll get a little bit of B-side banter going for you in just a second. So what we doing? Y'all ready? I'm just going to see what they play and hope I jump in right. You know, like double dutch. Eric said my 2-hour shoes is on their third hour. Time to go. You got it, right? So naturally, I didn't
I am courageous.
I am stylish.
I am conscious.
I am a trailblazer.
I am the greatest. I'm dedicated.
I am dominant.
Bela Dona's gonna show 'em what you got. That's right. I got a swimming pool and a diving.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Sylver, Logan Sharp. We are here on Feel Better Friday live in the loft with B-Side Banter with Bela Dona. Y'all give it up and make some noise. The ladies have just walked out in the loft. I know somebody feels better. I do. I don't care if it didn't work for nobody else. I feel amazing. Once again, welcome back to the loft. You know, we've added this part of the show because aside from the glitz and the glamour and all of that, there's real life things going on out there. And we make it a point not to talk anything politics and serious, because the point is to feel better and use this time and this moment and our gifts to really sort of promote health and wellness through music. You know what I'm saying? So can any of you speak on that and what that means, or maybe even how you use it? Because I know this is, aside from all this glitz and glam and hair and makeup and everything, y'all are some praying women. Y'all are some believers. You all, you know, you connect, you give back, you're activists, you do all kinds of things. So just speak a little bit about how what you do as artists, as musicians, as women, as powerful black women, and how it impacts, you know, maybe the wellness or the well-being just on a daily basis or moment by moment, music by music minute.
One thing that I really feel strongly about is being a good role model. A good role model to yourself first.
How about that?
And then to your children. And then to remind myself that what I'm doing, I'm a servant. I'm not here to get paid. I'm a servant. I was called to do this. Like, this is an act of service, an act of giving back, an act of teaching and showing and empowering and making people who come to our shows, making them feel better when they leave. That's the bottom line. They come broken, they come in need of just an outlet. They need some way to release the stresses of the day. And so I have to remind myself that I have to push my reset buttons. I have to go walk and meditate, read my Bible. I read my Bible daily. I stay in the scripture and I pray, because I can't do it by myself.
Absolutely, well said. And it really is a gift, talent, and not just musical talent, but talent. Talent. If athletes have talent, you know what I mean? That's not just skill. You got to have some talent to play football for real. Anybody else want to expound on that a little?
I would say a lot of us work with children, or we have worked with children. I personally work with 3-year-olds, and we all, you know, we understand that they're the future. So we all are role models, and we try to instill like the best things that we can with them. As far as music, when we're teaching them, you know, from the basics. And then to being women, just being classy, structured. One thing I love, and this is totally off subject, but one thing I love about Bela Dona is that they're very structured. So you know the direction that you're headed, so you know it's easier and it's more fun because you're more open to, you know, different things.
Right. And so I just want to know, what's on your playlist? Who do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of artists because one thing I believe is that, you know, as musicians, we should be very versatile and not really, you know, stick to one type of music. It just makes you better and it just opens you up. So definitely go-go.
Hey now.
Old school, new school, all of that, you know. Chuck Brown.
Yes, shout out to the late Chuck, Lil Benny. You know, if it weren't for them, what people, I'm going to ask you all or one or two of you, what people may not know about you. What some folks don't know about me is that my first professional record was with the Pump Lenders. My very first professional record. Shout out to Too Tall Steve, and that's my big brother from another mother. We go way back. And I was hanging out in the studio with him, and he was producing them, and they were singing this line. What is it? 'Cause you work your body good, you work that body right. I know you wanna work that body. Hey, right? And then CJ's Uptown Crew, what y'all know about that? What y'all know about that? And they be like, my go-go roots go back, baby. So yeah, CJ would be like, wait a minute, what did someone just say about that? And so CJ, Doc Pearson, Loel Tucker, those were the cats back in the day, and even the late Al Johnson. You know, they reared me, I should say. They were the big brothers. They seriously took me under their wing, and my very first record, professional record, was a go-go record. So what would that be for you all? What was the first recording for you? Or that first thing that changed and clicked? And
That was mine too. My first professional record was with Rare Essence. I was about 16, and Funk and his mom had a studio, Rio studio too, and I was in Funk's mom, Miss Mac's band. I was a little kid, and I was messing around in the studio, and Funk recorded it. It was an NWA remake called "It's the World's Biggest," you know, and I was singing the hook and did not know Funk was recording it. Wow. And then I went to watch them play at Triples, and boom, sample. Sample. I was like, oh, I want a record. So yeah, that was my first professional record. Yeah. Didn't even know it, so.
Wow. It is funny how you're just in certain places at the right time and land in, because I was just at the studio hanging out with Steve, you know, and that's how it all happened. Anybody else on that?
My first professional recording was my single I released last year, The Love Triangle. I released it on my retirement day. I retired from the federal government. I had 30 years of service. And I decided to release my single as I was, you know, embarking on a new season in my life. So.
Mine was Locket, Pleasure. Yeah, Pleasure. I was 17 or 18, and we did a couple of live recordings. One was a green tape and one was a pink tape. I don't remember which. One was a studio recording. I think the green tape was studio. The pink one was live. But yeah, and that's a classic that you hear every year on the radio. So I'm grateful to have been in the number.
Now, last question. What can you guys, now normally we get all into it when I talk about the music industry right now, which is a loaded question because it's a blessing and a curse. It's wonderful and it's horrible all at the same time. But with all that said, because we know, what would you tell the viewers? What would you tell a young, aspiring little black girl who can play bass, who can sing, who can rap, who can play drums and piano? What would you tell them right now? What would you tell them right now?
Well, I think in the industry itself, they're not challenging the way they used to be.
That's true.
Coming up from the old school, you were challenged to be a musician. You had competition, and the Layla Hathaways and the Nitty Bakers and the Whispers and the OJs, and we can go back and back. Those were challenging great artists. Right now it's just, you know, how good you look and how back your butt is. Come on, you know what I mean? And that's how you make a record. Don't do it, ladies and gentlemen. All about your talent and creativity, and push to be and dare to be different. Always be different, because if you have your own lane that you're driving in, you will not get a speeding ticket if you drive in your lane. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
I would say to that, being probably at the bottom of a lot of these women here who have traveled the world, touring, professional, all those things, I always share something that really matters to me. And I look at artists like you, I look at artists like Eric Roberson, who are independent artists, but still have a feel, still have a gift, still have a love for what they do, and that they're not willing to compromise their integrity
for what this music industry on the flip side tells you that you have to do in order to get here or get there. The gift that you have is the gift that you had. God gave it to you, and the purpose for you to fly. When it's time, you're going to go. So I would say really to be committed, to be clear, to be consistent in this industry of what you want to do. And don't let nothing deter you from that, because whatever your goal is, your destination is, it's going to happen. If you stand true of who you are and what God has given you, and again, don't slack your integrity and your character, you're going to push. I appreciate artists like you. Because I feel like you are amazing. I know you are amazing, and you don't let whom you are like fall. I'm sure a lot of people may want to, you know, sign you and this, that, and the third, but you're not going to give away certain things, because what you have, what you possess, and what's meant for you in front of other people, you got to give it. And people in this music industry these days forget whom they are because they're after certain things. So remain who you are, and when the time comes for you to flow, what God has given you, no man can take away from you.
I remember you used to sing with you sat in with an agency band or something, and I was young and you were younger. And first time I saw Sylver, she was with an agency, Talk Back to Follow. You had got called up on stage. See, that's how long I've been, excuse me.
Wow,
that's how long I've been a Sylver fan. And I never saw it before, and this woman comes out on stage and I'm drinking the soda like, and I followed her. Then I said, she doesn't sing, she don't sing. So, because I was in an agency band too, which this woman right here, and you watched her path, and that's what it is. That's what it is.
No, let me tell you about Sylver. I know it's supposed to be about us, but you know, I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for Sylver, because girl, I mean, you know, just being on the road with you, let's just talk about that. You know, we have traveled the entire universe, you know what I mean? Ups and downs, good, bad, ugly, all of that, and we just lived it up. But Sylver, you are a role model. You were my role model. You were my teacher. You know, you taught me how to act on the road. You taught me what to eat, where to go, how to walk on a stage, how to exit a stage, what to play.
Well, we had practice one time. Cherie was like, we're going to call Sylver because she going to get us in here. She going to get us right.
She's going to get it tight and
make
get
sure
it right.
we're right.
Sylver ain't playing. Sylver is over the top.
You know, and we're playing with Sylver Logan.
We'll get together.
A lot of people are ready for you. They're not ready. I think Sylver's right. You know, she's ahead of her time. You know, Sylver, to me, you know, you're just the epitome of just entertainment. And I say I'm a graduate of the school of Sylver Logan Sharp. You know, she has trained even vocally. We will sit in our hotel rooms, and I had my little Casio that would travel with me back then, and she would, and instead of her saying, Cherie, you pitchy, she would say, how about like this? Let's sing it like this, Cherie. You know what I mean? She has a way of you getting the point, and I love that. I love how she doesn't, she's never insecure. You're very secure. No. Well, I've never seen it, because when we performed with she wanted all of us to look beautiful. Even though she was the star, she was the lead singer, but she wanted me and Jesse, the other singers, you know, she wanted us to all, and I feel that with my group, with Bela Dona, I want all of us to be fabulous. It's not all about Cherie. It's not all about Shannon, you know, it's everybody, we're a unit, we are collective. So when people come to see us, they open their eyes, they say, ooh, I like this one, I like this one, I can relate to this one. Look at us, we're all different shades, sizes, you know, we're so individual, and that's the beauty of us, that's the beauty of Bela Dona. Bela Dona means beautiful lady.
Beautiful ladies. Yeah. And you know what, Sylver, like, just real quick, I just gotta say this one time because I've never been able to say it, so it's the perfect opportunity. So back in the day when you came to do our photo shoot for us. Wow. And I had to go shopping with Sylver, right? I was scared, and it's all outdoors because I didn't know what to expect. And you know, I'm not the girliest, okay? All right? So, but I was open to certain things, and so she was so kind, like, okay, I know you don't like that shoe, but we're gonna just try it. Okay? Now, I know you don't like this outfit, but listen to me. I got you. You were very, and I was a little like, I don't want to put that jacket on. I don't like that. But you helped transform my mind to understand that stage and business and like you have to look a particular way, and it doesn't have anything to do with whom you are. It's just what you have to do to conform to the likeness of your unit or an artist or whatever. So she was like, look your best. Look, let's do this. And next thing you know, I was in platforms and sparkly jackets and but it turned out, and that's the best picture I got on Facebook, just want you to know. It's the best picture with the most likes from that outfit that you put me in and my hair and face. So thank you for transforming my mind to think better, okay? I'm just saying. Thank you. Bella, hey.
Wow. I don't even know what to say. I didn't pay them. I swear I didn't pay them, y'all. I swear to God I didn't. That means everything to me. I take it so seriously. My mother never said to me, get a real job. She never said, what are you gonna fall back on? She never said, well, what else you gonna do because this ain't gonna work out. It was never, it was, we have to go get your ballet shoes and you have to go to rehearsal and you have art class and you have to, and I couldn't do enough. And then she would say, I don't know why you don't sing. Because I didn't. I was a dancer and a model, and I could care less about singing because my mother is a hell of a mezzo-soprano who plays and reads and all that. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to sing. And then the late Edward Jackson at Duke Ellington School of the Arts changed my life as an artist. And because he didn't make me feel like I would jump off a building, because he treated me a certain kind of way, you know what I mean? And I wasn't terrified, because I was terrified. I was terrified. I took him in the hallway. I said, listen, I'm just going to sing to you right quick. And if not, I'm going to stay in the dance department. And then I went to the music. He's like, what department are you in? Why are you in the dance department? And you don't know what's going to change somebody's path. You don't know what you say. That's why I wanted you all to speak on it. You are looking at one of Washington, D.C.'s premier bands of beautiful, black, accomplished women who are doing the daggone thing, making a difference, and lighting the world on fire. I'm just glad to know you. I'm glad to call you friend. I'm glad to call you sister. Y'all know I keep a Bella t-shirt somewhere just in case y'all call me and say, come on here. And wait, get out of here. Wait, what?
By the way, we come with gifts.
Wait, are you serious?
Hey, sing it.
Oh man, look, it's official! Yeah, get it. I made it. Look, Mom, I made it. Oh, this is fantastic. Thank you all so much. Listen, when can you come back? I just want to know, when can you come back? Listen, album releases, celebrate marriages, anniversaries, divorce, parole, I don't care. You have to come back and jam. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Daryl's like, uh-oh, what just happened? We have to do it. Listen, Cool Keys, The Storm, Ashley B, Karis, you better Google her and ask somebody, Shannon, and Sweet Cherie. Shout out also to the ladies who didn't make it today, Boogie and Alina and Kim Scott, which was singer, so they got to come and join us next time. They are out holding it down, doing what divas do, because they are moguls just like these ladies are up here. This is how we do it, y'all. It's Feel Better Friday. We are live in the loft. This was B-Side Banner with Bela Dona. Give it up!